It's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team now on FullerDigital.net. Home and away, if we're covering your team's videos are on FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the game. Thank you for watching our events, and remember, the games are on FullerDigital.net.
And welcome to Hinton, Iowa for tonight's Class 2A Region 1 playoff game. The Boyden-Hull Comets come visiting the Hinton Blackhawks. The Boyden-Hull Comets come with 11-10 record overall, 9-9 in the Siouxland Conference. The Hinton Blackhawks come with a 16-5 record, 6-4 in the War Eagle Conference. We'll be right back with the starting lineups after this message from Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital and personal. You can have both with Prime Bank. Use our app to check balances, pay bills, make transfers, even deposit checks. Earn rewards with YouPick Checking, the only checking account that lets you choose your rewards, points, higher interest, or cash back rewards. And when you need in-person service, Prime Bank has a branch near you with a friendly, experienced staff ready to help. The best tech for when you want to bank from a distance, and the best people close by when you need us. Prime Bank. Earn more your way.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa for this Class 2A Region 1 opener for the Hinton Blackhawks hosting the Boyden-Hull Comets. Again, the Boyden-Hull Comets come in at 11-10. The Hinton Blackhawks 16-5. Starting lineup for Nate Alexander's Comets is going to look like this. Number 3, Joel Bergstrom, a senior, averaging 10.2 points a game. Number 11, Kyler Baumgars, a senior, averaging around 1 point per game. Number 15, Ellie Wolber, the senior, averaging 7.2 points a game. Number 25, Avery Noble, a junior, averaging 3.8 points a game. And number 33, Marissa Potabom, the senior, averaging 13.4 points a game. For the Blackhawks, Coach Matt Leary is going to send out this lineup. Number 3, Natalie Junk, the junior, at 6.4 points a game. Number 15, Anna Coffey, the senior, averaging 12.2 points a game. Number 21, Ashlyn Renzel, the junior, averaging 6.4 points a game. Number 23, Ashlyn Gavarna, the sophomore, averaging 9.2 points a game. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Blackhawks, number 32, Bella Badar, a senior, averaging 13.4 points a game. The Blackhawks average 55.1 points a game out of the War Eagle Conference, and the Comets out of the Siouxland Conference average 48.6 points per game. Leading rebounders for the Comets coming in is Marissa Potabom, the senior, averages 7.8 rebounds per game. For the Blackhawks, Anna Coffey averages 7.5 rebounds a game, and Ashlyn Gavarna averages 6.2 rebounds a game. So we'll be back after a commercial break and the national anthem. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk Varsity Athletics.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Ryan Stussy at Allstate is an insurance agent you can trust. Ryan's office may be in the dunes, but he has deep roots in the Hinton community. When choosing your insurance, you want to have someone who views you as more than just a name. We'll listen to your needs and find the solutions that work best for you. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or recreational, you're in good hands with Ryan Stussy, Allstate Insurance. Give Ryan a call today.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
It's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team now on FullerDigital.net. Home and away, if we're covering your team's videos are on FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the game. Thank you for watching our events, and remember, the games are on FullerDigital.net.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, as we're just about to get underway. Once again, the Boyden-Hull Comets come in with an 11-10 record, taking on the Hinton Blackhawks, 16-5. The Comets out of the Siouxland Conference, 9-9 in that conference. The Blackhawks out of the War Eagle, 6-4 in conference play. So should be a good one. The winner of this is going to take on the winner of Central Lyon Whole Western Christian, also being played tonight. That is scheduled to be played in Central Lyon, pending that Central Lyon wins that game. So we'll see if we can find scores for you as the night goes along, but we should be a good basketball game. Tipping it off for the Blackhawks, jumping will be number 15, Anna Coffey, and for Boyden-Hull, it'll be number 33, Marissa Potabom. So we are ready to go from Hinton. And first possession of the night is going to go to the Blackhawks as Bella Badar grabs the ball for the Blackhawks, gives it up to Natalie Junk. Over to Kavarna. Back to Junk. To Coffey. Coffey drives, guarded by Potabom. Now she looks to kick it back out. Kicks it out to Junk. Back to Coffey. Coffey looks to drive, picked up by Potabom. To Kavarna. Kavarna's shots off. Rebound by Coffey. Coffey's putback's going to be good. And the Blackhawks lead 2-0 on Anna Coffey's rebound and shot. Blackhawks employ the 1-2-2 press. And Potabom gets it in the front court. That's going to be to Bergstrom. Bergstrom's pass is swatted away out of bounds. It'll still be Comet basketball. Wilbur passes the ball in over to Bergstrom. Over to Noble. Down low to Potabom. Potabom gives it right back to Wilbur. Wilbur misses the shot. The rebound's gathered and fought over between Coffey and Wilbur. It's going to be a foul called. That foul is going to be number 15, Anna Coffey, her first and the team's first this half. Potabom gets the ball quickly into Bergstrom. Over to Baumgars. Baumgars pass too hot to handle, intended for Potabom, out of bounds. It's Blackhawk basketball. Badar gets the ball into Kavarna. Kavarna walks the ball up the court a little slower. She's going to be picked up as she crosses half court by Wobler. Kavarna feeds Renzel. Renzel gives it back to Coffey. Coffey drives. That shot's going to be up, no good. Rebounded by Potabom. Potabom gets it over quickly to Baumgars. Now back to Potabom. Junk picks her up, but Potabom gets in front court to Wilbur. Back to Potabom. Over to Baumgars. Bergstrom. Back to Noble. Quickly back to Baumgars. Baumgars drives. That pass is going to be stolen away by Kavarna. Kavarna gets in the front court to Junk. Junk gives it over to Renzel, and then Renzel is going to be called for the travel. It's a turnover. It's going to be Comet basketball. Potabom gets it in and right back to herself. And now it's ahead to Wilbur. Over to Baumgars. Baumgars double teamed by a couple of Blackhawks. Has the pass knocked away by Renzel. It's still going to be Comet basketball. Whole different feeling tonight to the gym than last night, as last night was kind of expected to be the outcome it was, and as the Hinton boys rolled to a 75-25 win over MVAO COU and moved on to face West Sioux tomorrow night. Tonight has a little bit more of a competitive feel to the gym, and both crowds are really into the game early on. Wilbur with the ball over to Baumgars. Three-point shots in and out by Noble. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Comet basketball. Checking in for the Comets is number 23, Kelderman, Ashton Kelderman, the sophomore. as it looks like Baumgars is taking a break for the Comets. And Kelderman gets the ball in for the Comets. Over to Bergstrom. Try to get it to Potabom. It's kicked. Out of bounds. It's going to be Comet basketball. 2-0 Blackhawks here. 5:28 to go first quarter. Once again, Kelderman gets the ball in. That's to Noble. Noble's three-point shot is good. And the Comets take a 3-2 lead. Kavarna with the ball quickly across half court for the Blackhawks. Into the paint, gives it up to Badar. Badar's three-point shot from the key, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Bergstrom. Now Bergstrom guarded by a couple of Blackhawks, gets it over to Potabom. Potabom into the front court, that's to Wolber. Wolber feeds it to Noble. Right back to Wolber. Over to Bergstrom. Now back to Kelderman, now back to Bergstrom. Over to Wolber, guarded by a couple Blackhawks. Gets the pass back to Bergstrom. Bergstrom feeds Potabom. Potabom spins. That shot's up and good. The Comets lead 5-2. As quickly Kavarna in the front court again for the Blackhawks. To Junk. Junk feeds Coffey down low. Coffey turns. That shot's no good, but she's going to draw the foul. That's going to be the first foul on Potabom. So Marissa Potabom's first personal and the team's first. At the line shooting 2 free throws is going to be number 15, Anna Coffey for the Blackhawks. The senior comes in shooting around 50% from the free throw line. First shot for Coffey is no good. Checking in for the Blackhawks is going to be number 12, Cadence Peters, and number 45, Mia Fleckenstein. As Junk and Renzel will take a break. Second free throw attempt coming up for Coffey. That one's good, and the Blackhawks are within 2. And Coffey has her first points tonight. Now the pressure being put on by Peters. They get in the front court to Bergstrom. Bergstrom has her pass kicked out of bounds by Anna Coffey. As Wolber, that pass was intended for Wolber, but it's out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball. Now Wolber's going to inbound it. Gets it into Potabom. Potabom's 10-footer is good. And the Comets extend that lead to 7-3. Quickly in the front court, Badar with the basketball for the Blackhawks now. Guarded by Kelderman. Back to Fleckenstein. Fleckenstein to Peters. Back to Fleckenstein. Kicks it out to Kavarna. Kavarna drives. 7-footer is going to be no good. In and out. Rebounded by Noble. Noble kicks it ahead to Kelderman. Kelderman brings in the front court for the Comets. She's going to feed Noble down low, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. That Blackhawk foul is going to be on number 45, Mia Fleckenstein. That's her first personal and the team's second. At the line shooting a pair of free throws is going to be the junior, Avery Noble. Comes in shooting 61% from the line and nails the first one. Checking back in the game, or checking into the game now, is number 45, Riley Kelderman, the junior. Second shot for Noble's no good. Rebounded out of bounds. It's going to be Blackhawk basketball. So both Riley Kelderman and Ashton Kelderman are in the game for the Comets. As Badar gets the ball into Kavarna, Kavarna walks the ball up court. Blackhawks trail by 5, 3:45 to go, first quarter. Coffey with the ball for the Blackhawks. Over to Badar. Badar's three-point shot from the corner, way off, out of bounds. It's going to be Comet basketball. Checking back in for the Blackhawks, number 21, Ashlyn Renzel. Checking back in for the Comets, number 11, Kyler Baumgars. Renzel's going to apply the front court pressure, backed up by Fleckenstein and Peters. That pass is going to get away from the Comets, out of bounds. It's going to be Blackhawk basketball as the full court press creates the turnover. Now the Blackhawks need to get a basket to take advantage of this. Kavarna inbounds the ball for the Blackhawks. Gets it over to Peters. Peters out to Fleckenstein. Back to Peters. Over to Fleckenstein. Fleckenstein drives, kicks it over to Kavarna. Kavarna's three-pointer, no good, long. That's going to be rebounded by Ashton Kelderman. She feeds it ahead. The other Kelderman. Over to Baumgars. Baumgars passes it back to Ashton Kelderman. Now the feed down low is going to be knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball. 3:03 to go first quarter. Inbound the ball is going to be Riley Kelderman. Gets it into Wolber. Wolber has the pass stolen away by Renzel. Renzel coast to coast. Her shot is up, no good. Rebounds out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Blackhawks, as I believe Wolber knocked that out of bounds for the Comets. Either way, it's Blackhawk basketball. Inbound the ball once again for the Blackhawks is Kavarna. Kavarna gets it into Coffey. Quickly out to Kavarna. Three-point shot is no good. That's going to be rebounded by Ashton Kelderman. Gets it ahead to Potabom. Potabom back to Kelderman. Over to Baumgars. To Kelderman. Over to Potabom. In the corner, that's Riley Kelderman. Three-point shot is good. Now Coffey has the ball for the Blackhawks. Crosses in the front court. And she's going to be called with the travel. That's going to be a turnover, Comet basketball. And with that, Coach Matt Leary wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. And so with the score, 11-3 in favor of the Comets, you're watching Forward Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk playoff basketball.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, as you're watching Class 2A regional opener here between the Hinton Blackhawks and the Boyden-Hull Comets. Comets pulling ahead a little bit here in the first quarter as the Blackhawks are unable to find any kind of real shooting. A free throw and a basket, and that's it for the Blackhawks. Meanwhile, the Comets have had a couple three-pointers mixed in there as they lead 11-3 with 2:20 to go first quarter. Ashton Kelderman with the ball for the Comets. Over to Baumgars. Baumgars' three-point shot from the top of the key is no good. Rebounded by Kavarna after it's bounced around a little bit, and Kavarna brings the ball back up court for the Blackhawks. Over to Fleckenstein. Back to Kavarna. Kavarna stops, shoots from the free throw line. That's no good. Goes after her own rebound, tips it out to Peters. Good hustle by Kavarna, gets the ball back to the Blackhawks. Kavarna now cut off, gives it to Peters. Peters thinks about a shot, passes it up. Back to Kavarna. Kavarna drives, it's tapped away and picked up by Wolber. Wolber gets it ahead to Riley Kelderman. That pass is kicked out of bounds by the Blackhawks. It'll be Comet basketball. Checking back in for the Comets is Noble, number 25. Checking back in for the Blackhawks, number 32, Bella Badar. Kelderman's pass to Potabom. Back to Kelderman. Over to Noble. Over to Baumgars. To Wolber. Back to Baumgars. Now guarded by Badar. Back to Wolber. Wolber is going to be called, tied up. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Comet basketball on the alternating possession. Checking back in for the Comets is number 3, Jewel Bergstrom. As Riley Kelderman comes out. So Wolber inbounds the ball, gets it to Potabom. Potabom tries to drive. That shot's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Renzel. Renzel gives it to Coffey. Coffey brings the ball up court for the Blackhawks. Coffey starts to drive, runs into Potabom. That's going to be called a block. Now Wolber off and running, gets it to Baumgart, stolen away by Junk and over to Badar. It's a good hustle by the Blackhawks getting back on defense. Badar with the ball in the front court for the Blackhawks. That's going to be a foul. That foul will be on number 3, Jewel Bergstrom, as she runs over Cadence Peters. That'll be Bergstrom's first personal foul and the team's second. Checking back in for the Comets is number 45, Riley Kelderman, as Potabom takes a seat. Badar passes the ball in for the Blackhawks. Gets it to Peters, Cadence Peters. Peters over to Junk. Back to Peters. Back to Junk. Tries to feed Coffey. It's foul is going to be called. That foul is going to be on number 45, Riley Kelderman. That'll be her first personal and the team's third. So it'll be Blackhawk basketball out of bounds underneath their own basket, trailing by 8 with 47 seconds to go first quarter. Badar inbounds the basketball for the Blackhawks. Gets it into Peters. The 12-footer is bounced around, no good. Rebounded by Wolber. Wolber's going to draw a foul. That's going to be on number 32, Bella Badar. That'll be her first personal and the team's third. Checking back in for the Comets is number 23, Ashton Kelderman. And checking in for the Blackhawks for the first time tonight, number 34, Avery Brigade. So Comet basketball leading by 8 with 42 seconds to go first quarter. Kelderman gets it in to Noble, right back to Kelderman. In the front court to Bergstrom. Bergstrom to Baumgars, over to Riley Kelderman for the basket. Blackhawks get the ball into Bella Badar. It's tapped out of bounds. It'll be Blackhawk basketball still. Checking back in the game for the Blackhawks, number 23, Ashlyn Kavarna, as Cadence Peters takes a break. 25 seconds to go. Badar inbounds the ball to Kavarna. Now the Comets employing a full court press. In the front court to Brigade, over to Junk. Junk to the hoop. Going to draw the foul. That foul is going to be on number 45, Riley Kelderman. That's going to be her second personal and the team's fourth. At the line, shooting a pair of free throws, number 3, Natalie Junk. The junior comes in shooting 64% from the line. First free throw attempt is no good. Second free throw attempt for Junk coming up. Thought we had a substitution, but they declined it. Junk's second free throw is good. Kelderman gets the ball in to Noble. Back to Kelderman. In the front court to Baumgars. She feeds Bergstrom. Down low, the other Kelderman. That's Riley Kelderman. That shot's no good. 5 seconds to go. Kavarna brings it back in the front court for the Blackhawks. Over to Junk. Junk's three-point shot is good. And that's the way the first quarter is going to come to an end as the Blackhawks trail 13-7 after one. You're watching Class 2A District 1 regional action from Hinton here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
But the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
In the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Digital and personal. You can have both with Prime Bank. Use our app to check balances, pay bills, make transfers, even deposit checks. Earn rewards with YouPick Checking, the only checking account that lets you choose your rewards, points, higher interest, or cash back rewards. And when you need in-person service, Prime Bank has a branch near you with a friendly, experienced staff ready to help. The best tech for when you want to bank from a distance and the best people close by when you need us. Prime Bank. Earn more your way.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As we're getting ready to start second quarter action, it's going to be Blackhawk basketball. So Blackhawks got 5 points there to close out the quarter to close it to 13-7. Comets lead as Bella Badar gets the ball into Ashlyn Kavarna. Kavarna brings the front court back to Badar. Over to Coffey. Coffey back to Kavarna. Kavarna drives. Guarded by Wolber. To Coffey, who loses it, stolen by Potabom. In the front court to Bergstrom. Bergstrom shots in and out. Tapped around, no good. Rebounded by Riley Kelderman. Riley Kelderman puts the shot back up and good. Kavarna quickly with the ball in the front court for the Blackhawks, now trailing by 8. Over to Renzel. Renzel to Junk. Feeds it to Coffey. Coffey spins. Tries to get the shot up. It's no good. Guarded by Potabom. Rebounded by Noble. Noble guarded by Coffey now. Over to Kelderman. To Potabom into the front court. That's going to be Wolber. Wolber's shot is good. The Comets take a 10-point lead. And with that, the Blackhawks won a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching Forward Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk Varsity Athletics.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa for this Class 2A regional basketball playoff game. It'll be Blackhawk basketball, trailing by 10, 7:01 to go, first half. Inbound the ball for the Blackhawks is going to be number 15, Anna Coffey, as Comets are putting on a full court press, and the Blackhawks are getting a few more players up in the backcourt. Coffey's going to inbound the ball. She's going to get it into Kavarna, off her hands, tipped away and gathered by Riley Kellerman for the Comets. So they get the steal. Over to Potabom. Now to Bergstrom. Bergstrom gives it to Noble. Noble's pass is tipped away, gathered around. It's going to be a jump ball. Alternating possession is going to go to the Comets. Inbound the ball for the Comets will be Bergstrom. She's going to get it in to Noble. Noble gives it to Potabom. Over to Bergstrom. Three-point shot from the corner is good. And the Comets extend the lead 20-7. In the front court quickly to Junk. Over to Renzel. Back to Kavarna. Has the ball tipped away from her. Regathered by Kavarna. Over to Coffey. Back to Kavarna. Kavarna with the ball for the Blackhawks as they reset the offense. Over to Junk. Down to Renzel. Back to Kavarna. Kavarna three-point shot from the top of the keys. No good. Rebound by Bella Badar and Bergstrom, it looks like. Big jump ball. That jump ball is going to go to the Blackhawks. So it's Blackhawk basketball now. Inbound the ball for the Blackhawks. Looks like it's going to be Bella Badar. Badar gets it into Renzel. Renzel's shot from just on the free throw line is good. And the Blackhawks close that lead a little bit. Quickly in the ball with Bergstrom to Potabom. Now to Noble. Into the front court. That's going to be Wilbur. Wilbur has the ball stolen away by Junk. Gives it ahead to Renzel. Gives it back to Kavarna. Kavarna brings the ball into the front court for the Blackhawks. Over to Badar. Over to Renzel. To Junk. Feeds his Coffee out to Renzel. Renzel drives. She's going to draw the blocking foul on Potabom. That's going to be Potabom's second personal and the team's fifth. That could come into play later if this game can remain close for long enough for that to happen. Trio of Comets are checking in the game. That's going to be number 11, Kyler Baumgars, number 5, Jenny Luevanano, and number 45, Riley Kelderman. Badar gets the ball into Coffey, gives it up to Kavarna. Over to Badar. Back to Junk. Over to Kavarna. Kavarna cross-court pass to Junk. Junk's called for a travel. It's turnover. It's Comet basketball. I think she thought about a three-pointer, decided to pass, and was called for the travel as she changed her mind. Riley Kelderman will inbound the ball, gets it into Baumgars. Baumgars gets it back to Kelderman. Cross-court to Riley Kelderman. Kelderman double-teamed by a couple Blackhawks. Tries to dribble out of it, and she's going to be called for a double dribble. So Blackhawks have shown some promise with the press tonight. They've been able to create a couple turnovers. The problem is they really just aren't shooting very well yet. Hopefully that can get heated up, and they'll be right back in this game. Junk with the ball for the basketball in the front court for the Blackhawks. Over to Kavarna. Cross-court pass to Badar. Three-point shot, top of the key, way off. Rebounded by Riley Kelderman. Kelderman gets it ahead to Bergstrom. Bergstrom gives it back to Kelderman. Kelderman cut off. That pass is They're going to call a kick, but the truth is it kind of just hit Anna Coffey's body and dropped right in front of her. It'll still be Comet basketball, but that wasn't a kick. That was just Coffey playing good defense. But it's going to be Comet basketball as Riley Kelderman inbounds the ball to Ashton Kelderman. Kelderman's three-pointer just inside the three-point line is no good. Rebounded by Kavarna for the Blackhawks. Kavarna pushes the ball ahead, gets it to Badar. Badar feeds Junk over to Renzel. Renzel drives. That shot's up and good, and the Blackhawks are within 9. Badar with the pressure on Baumgars. Over to Riley Kelderman. Back to Bergstrom. Bergstrom brings in the front court. Over to Baumgars. Baumgars gives it back to Kelderman. Over to Ashton Kelderman. Three-point shot's no good. Rebounded by Natalie Junk, and then that ball is tapped away, and Bella Badar gets it, gives it right back to Ashlyn Kavarna. Kavarna's going to be guarded in the backcourt by Baumgars. Now the ball's in the front court for the Blackhawks. Over to Junk. To Coffey. Triple team, back to Kavarna. Kavarna starts to drive. That shot's up, no good. Rebound tipped away, gathered by Coffey, and it's going to be rebounded by Kavarna. Good hustle by the Blackhawks. Saves another possession. Over to Renzel, back to Kavarna. 3:30 to go first half. Over to Badar. Badar gives it back to Renzel. Back to Badar. Back to Junk. Junk tries to feed Coffey, has it slapped away. It hasn't necessarily resulted in easy baskets, but the Blackhawks' best chance has been when they drive to the basket, draw a foul, and or make the basket. So they might just have to attack more to get back into this game. We'll see. 20-11 here, 3:13 to go first half. Peters gets the ball in to Kavarna. Back to Peters. Over to Kavarna. Back to Junk now. Over to Kyra Peters, who checked in the game at the last break. Kavarna kicks it back out to Junk. Back to Coffey now down low. Spins. Shot is up and good. So Coffey's going to get the basket. As I said before, going down low might be the best route, even if they don't make the basket. That foul's going to be on number 45. That's Riley Kelderman, and that's going to be her third personal. Team sixth. At the line trying to complete the three-point play is Anna Coffey for the Blackhawks. Her free throw attempt is good, and the Blackhawks are within 6. Checking back in the game is Potabom and Noble for the Comets. 2:54 to go, and they're going to have a Comet timeout, I believe. We'll take one with them. You're watching Forward Digital Solutions coverage in Blackhawk Varsity Athletics.
Ryan Stussy at Allstate is an insurance agent you can trust. Ryan's office may be in the Dunes, but he has deep roots in the Hinton community. When choosing your insurance, you want to have someone who views you as more than just a name. We'll listen to your needs and find the solutions that work best for you. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or recreational, you're in good hands with Ryan Stussy, Allstate Insurance. Give Ryan a call today.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa for this Class 2A District 1 regional game between the visiting Comets of Boyden-Hull and your Hinton Blackhawks. The Blackhawks trail by 6 here as we're coming out of a timeout by Boyden-Hull. (20-14) with 2:54 to go. It's going to be Boyden-Hull Comets basketball. Natalie Junk now at the front of the press for the Blackhawks. Into Noble from Potabom, right back to Potabom. Looks like the Blackhawks will pick up the press at half court now. Noble back to Potabom, over to Kelderman. Back to Noble. Over to Kelderman. Cross-court pass to Wobler. Wobler passes it to Bergstrom. Bergstrom's shot is up and good. And the Comets lead by 8. That pass in the front court to Natalie Junk is going to lead to a Blackhawk basket. Quickly, Bergstrom with the ball back to Potabom. Into the front court to Noble. That pass is stolen away by Coffey. Fed ahead to Junk. Junk gets it ahead to Peters. Cadence Peters slows up the action, gets it back to Junk. Over to Peters. Back to Kavarna. Over to Coffee. Coffee drives, spins. Shot is up and good. So Coffee has proven amongst the trees she can still get it done. So Blackhawks need to keep going right at that and hopefully get Potabom another foul if you're a Blackhawk fan and maybe get her out of the game for a while. Quickly ahead, that's Ashton Kelderman with the basket for the Comets. In the front court to Kyra Peters. Back to Kavarna. Over to Cadence Peters, gives it right back to Kavarna. .1:15 to go first half now. Kavarna with the ball over to Cadence Peters. That ball was kicked, and they didn't call it. But that was right off the foot of a Comet defender, but they're going to be called for a travel. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. So either way, Blackhawks going to get the ball back here as Bella Badar and Ashton Renzel check back in as Kyra and Cadence Peters check out. Inbound the ball for the Blackhawks is number 32, Bella Badar. Badar gets it into Coffee. Coffee in the lane. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded, tipped around, out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball. 1:04 to go. The Comets lead by 6. That ball's tipped and stolen away by Renzel. Down low to Badar. Badar is called for a travel. She might have dribbled with both hands, which would be a double dribble. Maybe that's what they meant to call. I'm not sure, but it's a turnover. Comet basketball. Potabom inbounds the ball to Bergstrom. Right back to Potabom. Potabom over to Kelderman. In the front court to Noble. Noble drives to the basket. That shot is no good, but there's going to be a foul called. The foul will be on number 15, Anna Coffey. That's going to send Avery Noble, the junior, to the line, shooting 61% on the year. 52 seconds to go. First free throw attempt for Noble is good. As number 5, Jenny Luevanano checks in the game for Boyden-Hull. Second free throw attempt for Noble is good. The Blackhawks trail by 8. They get the ball in to Kavarna. Kavarna brings the ball up court. Now picks up the pace into the front court. Guarded by Wilbur. Over to Junk. Junk feeds Coffee down low. Spins, kicks it out to Renzel. Renzel just inside the three-point line. No good. Renzel gets the rebound. That shot's up and good. Actually, Kavarna got the rebound and put it back up and good. And that's going to be a travel on Bergstrom. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. So a flurry action here in the last minute or so of the half. 27 seconds to go now. Blackhawks have the ball. Trailing by 6. Badar gets it into Kavarna. Kavarna comes in the front court. Over to Junk. Down to Coffee. Coffee dribbles, turns, tries to get the shot up. She's going to draw the foul. I think that foul is on the Comets number 5. We'll check. It is number 5, Jenny Luevano. That'll be her first personal in the team's 7th. It'll put Anna Coffey at the line shooting a pair, the senior for the Blackhawks. Has 8 points tonight so far. First free throw attempt is good. Checking back in for the Comets, number 33, Potabom. Their leading scorer coming into the game tonight. Second free throw attempt for Coffey. Also good. So Coffey hits a pair of free throws. Blackhawks are within 4. Checking back in the game for the Blackhawks, number 34, Avery Brigade. As Coffey comes out, she has 2 fouls, trying not to pick up that third this half. Potabom has the ball for the Comets. Over to Kelderman. Kelderman in the front court, back to Potabom. 10 seconds to go. Over to Bergstrom. Back to Noble. Back to Bergstrom now. Over to Wolber. Wolber's shots, no good. And that's going to do it for the first half of action, as it's going to be 26-22 in favor of the Comets at halftime here, this Class 2A District 1 regional action. Leading scores for the Blackhawks in the first half has been Anna Coffey with 10 points, and Ashlyn Renzel chipped in 4. For the Comets, the leading scorer in the first half is number 25, Avery Noble. She has 6 points. Number 33, Marissa Potabom, has added 4, and number 3, Jewel Bergstrom, has added 5. That's going to do it for first half action. We'll be back in approximately 9 minutes with second half action. You're watching Class 2A District 1 Regional from Hinton on Fuller Digital Solutions.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
but the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
In the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
It's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team now on FullerDigital.net. Home and away, if we're covering your team's videos are on FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the game. Thank you for watching our events, and remember, the games are on FullerDigital.net.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, as we're getting ready to resume the second half of play here. Blackhawks trail 26-22. Other games of note tonight going on at halftime. Central Lyon leads Hull Western Christian 29-16 up at Central Lyon. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game, and if it is Central Lyon, it will be at Central Lyon. So that's at halftime. We'll try to update you later in the night as we know more of what's going on. Right here, 26-22, though. Both teams getting ready to start second half. On the court for the Comets is going to be number 3, Bergstrom. Number 23, Ashton Kelderman. Number 33 is Marissa Potabom. Number 11 is Kyler Baumgars, and inbound the ball is going to be Ellie Wolber. Wolber gets it into Baumgars. On the court for the Blackhawks is Renzel. Coffey. Three-point shot by Bergstrom is good, and the Comets extend the lead. Kavarna brings the ball in the front court as she has Coffey, Junk, Renzel, and Badar on the court with her to start the second half. That ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. Badar gets the ball into Kavarna. Kavarna back to Badar. Over to Renzel. Three-point shot from Renzel is no good. Rebounded by Kavarna. Tries to kick it out. It's stolen away by Wolber. Wolber gives it ahead to Potabom. Potabom in the front court for the Comets. Back to Wolber. Back to Bergstrom. Over to Potabom. Bombars feeds Kelderman. Kelderman's shot is up and good. Kavarna with the ball quickly for the Blackhawks. Into the front court. Gives it up to Junk. Down to Coffey. Kicks it back out to Badar. Over to Renzel. 10-footer is good. So Blackhawks get the scoring going in the second half for them. Bergstrom quickly with the ball for the Comets. Head to Kelderman. Now to Potabom in the front court. Over to Baumgars. That's to Noble. Stolen away by Badar. Badar picks it up, gives it to Renzel. Renzel gives it back to Kavarna. Kavarna in the front court. Over to Badar. Badar's three-point shot from the corner. Nothing but net. The Blackhawks throw it then forward. The Blackhawks could really use a hot hand of Bella Badar here in the second half. She is their leading scorer, but that's her first 3 points of the night. Potabom trapped by a couple of Blackhawks. Gets it away to Bergstrom. That pass is stolen by Coffey. And then Coffey falls to the ground and passes it, but she's going to be called for a travel on the way down. It'll be Comet basketball. Good hustle by the Blackhawks. As I was saying, though, Badar is the leading scorer for the Blackhawks. If she can get going from the outside, that'll open up everything for the Blackhawks. Wolber gets the ball into Bergstrom. In the front court to Noble. Noble passes it to Potabom to Bergstrom. Bergstrom's three-pointer. It banks in. Banks open late in Hinton tonight, apparently. 34-27 in favor of the Comets. Kavarna has the ball in the front court. Over to Badar. To Coffey. Coffey drives through a couple defenders. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Potabom. Potabom gives to Bergstrom, who pushes the ball back in the front court for the Comets. Now backs off, and the Comets reset. Gets it over to Wolber. That pass is tipped away and gathered by Potabom. To Kelderman. Kelderman passes to a cutting Bergstrom for another layup, and they lead by 9. The Comets lead by 9 now with 5:30 to go third quarter. Over to Badar. Back to Kavarna. Ahead to Junk. Down to Coffey. Coffey spins, gives it to Renzel. Renzel kicks out to Badar. Badar's three-pointer, no good. Saved by Junk, but right to Kelderman. Kelderman gives it up to Bergstrom. Bergstrom back to Kelderman. Cross half court now to Potabom. Potabom attacks the basket. Gives it up to Wolber. Wolber's shot is good. And the Comets extend that lead to 11. Kavarna with the ball now for the Blackhawks. Over to Badar. Down to Renzel. Renzel drives, kicks it out to Badar. Renzel drives, Kicks it back out to Badar. Badar passes up the three-pointer this time and drives. The floater is going to be up and good. Badar basket closes the Blackhawks within 9. Now Badar and Junk double-team Bergstrom, crosses it across court to Kelderman. In the front court to Noble. Back to Potabom. Potabom drives, shoots from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Kavarna for the Blackhawks. Kavarna brings the ball back up court. Quickly in the front court to Coffey. Coffey drives, has the ball swatted away. There's going to be a foul called. That foul is going to be on number 3, Jewel Bergstrom. That'll be her second personal and the team's first this half. That'll put Anna Coffey at the line, shooting a pair of free throws. The Blackhawks leading scorer tonight with 10 so far. Coffey's first free throw attempt is good. Checking in for the Blackhawks for number 45, Mia Fleckenstein, and number 12, Cadence Peters. That's Cadence Peters checking in, number 12. Anna Coffey's second free throw attempt coming up. That one's short, rebounded by Potabom. Potabom kicks it over to Noble. Noble pushes the pressure now into the front court. Gets it up to Wolber. Back to Noble. Potabom passes down low to Kelderman for the easy basket, and the Comets back at double-digit lead by 10. Kavarna in the front court to Peters. Peters drives around a defender. Gets it to Fleckenstein. Fleckenstein gives it right back to Peters. That's Cadence Peters. Kavarna feeds Coffey, kicks it out to Renzo, right back to Kavarna. Kavarna thinks about driving, stops, gives it to Coffey. Coffey guarded by a couple of Comets, decides to drive, spins into the paint. Her shot's going to be no good, but she's going to draw the foul. That foul is going to be on number 33, I think. If it is, it's her third. It will be number 33, Marissa Potabom. That's her third personal and the team's second this half, but that could be a big foul. And it sends Anna Coffey back to the line for the Blackhawks, shooting a pair of free throws. First free throw attempt for Coffey is good. Coffey with 12 points now. Lead all the Blackhawks scorers. Coffey's second free throw attempt coming up. That one's a little long. Rebounded by Riley Kelderman. And then Kelderman loses it, re-gips it over to Noble. Noble now in the front court for the Comets. Over to Potabom. Potabom feeds Wolber down low. Wolber's shot's up and good. And the Comets extend that lead back to 11. Kavarna with the ball for the Blackhawks. Guarded by Wolber. Cross-court pass to Peters. Back to Kavarna. Kavarna in the front court to Coffey. Tries to get it to Renzo down low. That pass is stolen away by Potabom. Gets it to Ashton Kelderman. Over to Potabom. Back to Noble. Over to Riley Kelderman. Riley feeds it down low to Wolber. Has it knocked away out of bounds by Ashlyn Renzo. It's going to be Comet basketball. Checking back in for the Blackhawks, number 32, Bella Badar. Wolber inbounds. No, it's going to be Kelderman. Inbounds to Ashton Kelderman. That shot's no good. Ashton Kelderman's rebound shot's no good. Tipped around, gathered by Potabom. Potabom's putback is good. And the Comets extend that lead to 13 with 2:30 to go, third quarter. Over to Peters. Peters going to be fouled. That's going to be Ashton Kelderman. As Natalie Junk checks back in the game for the Blackhawks, and number 3, Jewel Bergstrom, checks back in for the Comets. That's going to be Ashton Kelderman's first personal foul, the team's third this half. Cadence Peters passes the ball into Ashlyn Kavarna for the Blackhawks. Brings it into the front court. Guarded by Wolber. Over to Junk. Back to Kavarna. Three-point shot, top of the key. Rims around, no good. Rebounded by Riley Kelderman. And then there's going to be a Blackhawk foul on number 12, Cadence Peters. That'll be her first personal and the team's first this half. Blackhawks back to full court press. Peters and Badar in the front court. Potabom gets it ahead to Noble. In the front court to Wolber. Wolber's shot is no good. She's going to draw a foul, though, on Natalie Junk. That's going to put Wolber at the line, shooting a pair of free throws. Comes in shooting 52% on the year. Ellie Wolber, the senior for the Comets. First free throw attempt is good. And before we shoot the second free throw, Coach Matt Leary wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. 45-31 is your score in the third quarter. You're watching Forward Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk Varsity Athletics.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
but the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
In the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As this Class 2A regional basketball game, as the Blackhawks trail by 14 now with 2:04 to go third quarter. Up at Central Lyon leads 47-30 over Whole Western Christian as they end the third quarter up there. So the winner of this game looks to be playing Central Lyon as they have a 17-point lead as they enter the fourth quarter up there at Central Lyon. Here the Blackhawks trail by 14, 2:04 to go third quarter. Second free throw attempt coming up for Ellie Wolbler. Wolber has 7 points tonight so far. Second free throw attempt is no good. Out of bounds. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. Kavarna with the ball for the Blackhawks. Over to Peters. That's Cadence Peters. Over to Kavarna. Kavarna to Badar. Badar kicks it back to Kavarna. Back to Peters. Back to Kavarna. Over to Badar. Badar kicks it across to Junk. Now gives it out to Coffey. Back to Peters. Peters, three-pointer from the top of the keys. No good. Tipped around, rebound by Potabom. She throws in the front court. That's going to be tapped away and gathered by Wolbler. Wolber's going to be fouled once again. This foul is going to be on the Blackhawks, number 32, Bella Badar. That'll be her second personal and the team's third. That's going to put Ellie Wolbler back at the line shooting a pair of free throws. First free throw is no good. Second free throw attempt coming up for Wolber for the Comets. Second free throw is good. Checking back in for the Comets is number 23, Ashton Kelderman. Cadence Peters passes the ball to Kavarna for the Blackhawks, and Kavarna brings the ball all the way up into the front court. Over to Junk. Tries to pass to Coffey. Pass is rebounded by Bergstrom, and then she's going to draw a foul on number 32, Bella Badar. That'll be Badar's third personal. Potabom inbounds the ball quickly to Kelderman. That's Ashton Kelderman. Potabom feeds it to Riley Kelderman. Stolen away by Kavarna. Kavarna gives it up to, that's Coffey that stole it. Gives it to Badar. Right back to Kavarna now. Over to Peters. Back to Kavarna. 58 seconds to go third quarter. Kavarna drives, shoots from the 8-foot line, and it's good. The little baby scoop. The Blackhawks are within 13, 48 seconds to go third quarter. Baumgars with the ball for the Comets. Over to Bergstrom. Might have traveled there. It wasn't called. Passes it into Riley Kelderman. Kelderman shots off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Kavarna. Kavarna feeds ahead to Peters. Peters in the front court for the Blackhawks. Goes to the corner, gives it to Kavarna. Three-point shot from the corner of the keys, no good. In and out, rebounded by Kelderman. And then she's tied up by Coffey, and they're going to call a foul on Coffey. That'll be Anna's third personal and the team's fifth this half. Ashton Kelderman gives it to Potabom, right back to Kelderman. Cross-court pass to Riley Kelderman. Now to Bergstrom. Back to Potabom. 12 seconds to go. Potabom drives. That shot's blocked by Coffey. Ahead to Peters. Peters thinks about going to the hoop, pulls back, gives it to Kavarna. Kavarna's going to draw the foul on the way to the hoop. I don't think that's going to be a shot. Foul is going to be on number 11 for the Comets. That's Kyler Baumgars. Her first, the team's fourth this half, and the Blackhawk basketball out of bounds with 2.7 seconds to go. Inbounds the ball to Coffey, picks it to Badar. It's stolen by Baumgars, and that's the way the end of the third quarter is going to come to conclusion with the score. 46-33, the Comets lead. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk postseason basketball, Class 2A, Region 1 action. We'll be right back after this message from one of our sponsors.
Ryan Stussy at Allstate is an insurance agent you can trust. Ryan's office may be in the dunes, but he has deep roots in the Hinton community. When choosing your insurance, you want to have someone who views you as more than just a name. We'll listen to your needs and find the solutions that work best for you. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, or recreational, you're in good hands with Ryan Stussy, Allstate Insurance. Give Ryan a call today.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa for this Class 2A District 1 Regional Quarterfinal. The Blackhawks trail by 13 here as we start the fourth quarter. Reminder, tomorrow night the Blackhawk boys will be up at West Sioux taking on the West Sioux Falcons on Thursday night. Sorry, not tomorrow night. Thursday night right here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Thank you to all our sponsors that made these postseason basketball coverage possible. We've been playing those sponsors throughout the night. If you know any of those people, please thank them or give them business if you need anything that they offer, as they're making these broadcasts possible for you to watch from the comfort of your home. It'll be Blackhawk basketball, trailing by 13 as we start the fourth quarter. Gets it into Kavarna. Kavarna into the front court with the basketball for the Blackhawks. Over to Badar. Back to Coffey. Over to Peters. Peters' three-point shot from the corner is no good. Out of bounds. No, tipped and saved by Kavarna. Now to Coffey. Coffey drives. Kicks it out to Peters. Peters' shot from the corner is no good. This time gathered by Kavarna. Kavarna shoots inside. Nothing's called. It looked like her arms were tied up, but it's going to be Comet basketball. In the front court is Ashton Kelderman. Over to Bergstrom. Now back to Kelderman. Kelderman's shot is blocked by Coffey. Picked up by Kavarna. Kavarna has the ball knocked away from her. Much to her displeasure, there's no foul called there. It's going to be a turnover to become a basketball. So Wilbur inbounds to Bergstrom. Bergstrom brings the ball a little slower into front court now for the Comets. As we go 7 minutes to go in the game. Guarded by Junk, gets it to Noble. Noble over to Kelderman. No, that's Wilbur. Wilbur's going to be fouled and sent back to the line. That Blackhawk foul is going to be on Bella Badar, number 4 for her tonight, and the team's 6th. Wilbur at the line shooting a pair. She came in shooting 52%, and she makes the first one. Back in the game for the Blackhawks, number 21, Ashlyn Renzel, and number 45, Mia Fleckenstein. And number 24, Kyra Peters. So on the court right now is Coffey, Renzel, Fleckenstein, Peters, and Junk. Second free throw attempt by Wilbur is also good. Renzel with the ball in the front court, over to Fleckenstein, right back to Renzel. Over to Fleckenstein, three-point shot from the corner, in and out, no good, rebounded by Potabom. Potabom brings the ball up the court. Cross-court pass to Bergstrom, in the front court, Wilbur, down low, Kelderman. Kelderman shots up and good. Anna Coffey with the ball now for the Blackhawks. She drives. Going to draw a blocking foul That foul is on number 3, Jewel Bergstrom. That's her 3rd personal and the team's 5th. At the line shooting a pair of free throws will be Anna Coffey. Coffey's been active tonight. Lots of free throw attempts. She has 12 points so far. First free throw attempt coming up for the senior, Anna Coffey. A little off. And with that, Coach Leary's going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage, Hinton Blackhawk varsity basketball.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Class 2A District 1 regional action as Hinton Blackhawks trail by 17 here with 6:21 to go. They're going to need to score in a hurry to prolong their season. Coming out of a Blackhawk timeout. It will be Anna Coffey at the line shooting the 2nd free throw. Coffey's shot is nothing but net. That's good. And Anna Coffey has 13 points to lead all Blackhawk scorers and tied with Bergstrom for lead all scorers. Bergstrom in the front court gives it up to Wolber. Wolber drives, cut off by a couple of Blackhawks. Feeds Potabom down low. It's tapped away, out of bounds. It's going to be Comet basketball. Wolber will inbound the ball for the Comets. Gets it into Kelderman. Kelderman's 3-point shot's no good. Rebounded by Bergstrom. Kicks it back out to Ashton Kelderman. Over to Potabom. Over to Noble. Back to Potabom. To Wolber. Wolber's going to be called for a travel. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. Checking back in for the Blackhawks, number 32, Bella Badar. Anna Coffey will inbound the ball. As Blackhawks are still substituting. Ashlyn Renzo will come out. Coffey to Badar. There was some substitution mix-ups or something. I'm not sure what happened. All right, there we go. So Coffey inbounds to Badar once again and gives it right back to Peters. Peters in the front court. Over to Junk. Junk's 3-pointer from the corner is good. Blackhawks are going to need a few more of those as they now trail by 13 with 5:30 to go. Bergstrom in the front court. Over to Wolber. Over to Baumgars. Back to Peters. Over to Wolber. That pass is tipped away by Peters. Gathered by Wolber. And then Wolber guarded by a couple of Blackhawks. Gives it to Potabom. Potabom over to Kelderman. Back to Wolber. Wolber from just inside the free throw line. Shot is up and good. Peters into the front court now. Over to Coffey. Coffey back to Peters. Peters feeds low to Fleckenstein. Fleckenstein kicks it back out to Peters, out of bounds. It's going to be Comet basketball. Now a substitution for the Comets as number 45, Riley Kelderman, comes in the game. Ashton Kelderman with the pass to Baumgars in the front court for the Comets. Over to Wolber. To Ashton Kelderman. That shot's going to be good just outside the free throw line. And the Comets extend it back to 17. Approaching 4:30 to go in the ball game. Over to Badar. Badar gives it to Fleckenstein, back to Badar. Badar's 3-point shot from the corner. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Potabom. Potabom gives it up to Kelderman. Kelderman's going to be fouled by number 12, Cadence Peters. That'll be Cadence's second personal foul, I believe. and the team 7th. That's going to be 1-1. Actually, they called that foul on Ashlyn Kavarna. That's Kavarna's first personal. Kelderman at the line, shooting the 1-on-1, misses. Gathered by Coffey, and then Coffey's apparently fell down. Looked like she was pushed, but she loses the ball. Comets regain it. The Baumgars over to Riley Kelderman. She feeds Wolber. Wolber loses the ball on the way to the hoop, called for a travel. Peters inbounds the ball for the Blackhawks, gets it into Kavarna. Kavarna to Coffey for the Blackhawks. Coffey in the front court now. Over to Badar. Badar back to Coffey. Coffey looks to drive, splits a couple defenders. Shot's going to be blocked by Potabom. And Potabom gives it up to Baumgars. Back to Potabom. Back to Baumgars. Baumgars in the front court now for the Comets. Pass down low to Wolber. Wolber's pass shot is up and good. And that series of events might be enough to finish this game off here. 3:25 to go. 19-point lead now for the Comets. Blackhawks really needed that last basket. Junk, three-point shot in front of the key. No good. There's going to be a foul underneath, though. That foul is going to be called on Baumgars underneath. It'll be here second personal in the team 6th. It'll be Blackhawk basketball out of bounds. 3:15 to go in the game. Bella Badar inbounds the ball for the Blackhawks. That pass is stolen away by Riley Kelderman. Over to Baumgars. Now Junk ties her up. Jump ball's called. It'll be Comet basketball. Checking back in for the Comets is number 3, Jewel Bergstrom, and number 25, Avery Noble. Potabom passes the ball in, gets it into Noble. Noble back to Potabom. Potabom's fouled by Junk. That'll be Junk's second personal, the team's 8th. That'll put Marissa Potabom at the line shooting a 1-and-1. Potabom came in the leading scorer for the Comets at 13.4 points a game, has 6. So the Blackhawks have done a relatively good job on her from scoring, but she has gotten a lot of rebounds. Potabom's first shot in the 1-and-1 is nothing but net. Potabom's second free throw attempt coming up here. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Kavarna. Kavarna in the front court to Peters. Peters back to Junk. Over to Kavarna. Down low to Badar. Badar has it knocked away, gets it back. Now Badar drives to the hoop, and she's going to draw a foul. That foul is on number 33, Marissa Potabom. That's her 4th personal. Badar at the line shooting 2 free throws. Badar's first free throw attempt is good. Badar, like Potabom, coming in the game as the leading scorer for the Blackhawks, averaging over 13.4 points a game, has 6 so far. Badar's second free throw is also good. So Badar has 7. The Blackhawks trail by 18. Potabom with the ball now to Kelderman. 2:45 to go in the ball game. Potabom in the front court to Noble. I'm sure the Comets are going to be in no hurry, and they're going to take a timeout now to talk about it. So we'll take one with them. You're watching Forward Digital Solutions coverage, Hinton Blackhawk Varsity Athletics.
Digital and personal. You can have both with Prime Bank. Use our app to check balances, pay bills, make transfers, even deposit checks. Earn rewards with YouPick Checking, the only checking account that lets you choose your rewards, points, higher interest, or cash back rewards. And when you need in-person service, Prime Bank has a branch near you with a friendly, experienced staff ready to help. The best tech for when you want to bank from a distance, and the best people close by when you need us. Prime Bank. Earn more your way.
And And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, as you're watching Class 2A District 1 Regional as the Blackhawks trail by 18 here with 2:37 to go in the game. Comets have the lead, and they have the ball. Kelderman with the ball for the Comets. Over to Riley Kelderman. Over to Bergstrom. Bergstrom gives it up to Noble. Noble cross-court pass to Riley Kelderman is gathered by Ashton Kelderman. Ashton Kelderman going to be fouled by a Blackhawk. I don't know which foul who that's going to be on. Foul is going to be on number 23, Ashton Kavarna. That's going to be her, well, it says her first personal, so I'm not sure what's going on, but it's her first personal, and the team's 9th. At the line shooting 1-on-1 is Ashton Kelderman. Came in shooting 69% from the line. Kelderman's first free throw is good. Second free throw attempt by Kelderman is also good. Blackhawks get the ball quickly in to Kavarna. Now in the front court to Peters. Over to Junk. Back to Kavarna. 2:15 to go. Blackhawks need points and need them in a hurry. Peters back to Junk. At some point, they're just going to have to start launching up some kind of shot. Badar with the ball now looks to drive, guarded by Baumgars. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. That ball is tapped away and stolen by Kelderman. Over to Bergstrom. Bergstrom in the front court. Her shot is up and good, and that's probably going to do it. As it looks like Coach Leary's going to go to the bench, and this is going to be it for our Blackhawk seniors. Junk with a three-point shot from the wing, no good. Rebounded by Wolber. She's going to be fouled by Coffey. That'll be Coffey's 4th personal and the team's 10th. At the line, shooting a pair of free throws is going to be number 15, Ellie Wolber. So Blackhawks seniors playing their last game tonight as it looks. Kennedy Spees, number 5. Anna Coffey, number 15. Bella Badar, number 32. Tessa Treeweiler, number 55. All playing their last game tonight on the Blackhawk. For the Blackhawks, they've all had great careers. We'd like to thank those seniors for everything they put in. Bella Badar scored her 1,000th point a few weeks ago. And some tears are probably going to start flowing as the seniors realize this is it for them in their basketball careers. And Wolber sinks that second free throw and makes a little bigger lead. Kennedy Spees now, senior with the ball for the Blackhawks, brings the ball in the front court. Over to Kyra Shaw. Shaw over to Kyra Peters. Back to Spees. Over to Shaw. Tessa Treeweiler, the other senior in the game now for the Blackhawks, and she gets the ball right now, right back to Shaw. Shaw gives it back to Spees. Spees feeds to Treeweiler. Treeweiler spins around, looks for an opener, gives it to Kyra Peters. Back to Spees. Over to Shaw. Shaw to Burgad now. Burgad feeds Treeweiler. Treeweiler's shot is up, no good. Rebounded by herself. She's going to draw the foul. That foul is going to be number 13, Regan Damstra. Be Damstra's first personal, the team's 8th. At the line, shooting a 1-on-1, or shooting 2, because she was shooting, is Tessa Treeweiler. Tessa Treeweiler, the seniors, free throw attempt, no good. I know Blackhawk fans would love to see Tessa get on the scoring roster tonight with the basket. Tessa's second free throw shot coming up for the Blackhawk senior. That shot's going to be good. So Tessa Treeweiler is in the books for her last game here as a Blackhawk. Noble in the front court. That's going to be a long three-point attempt by Morit. Gathered by Kennedy Spees. Kennedy Spees, another senior for the Blackhawks. Gives it up to Kyra Shaw. Shaw into the front court. Over to Treeweiler. Treeweiler thinks about a shot, passes it back to Shaw. Shaw feeds Burgad back to Treeweiler. Over to Spees. Spees off a screen, gives it back to Shaw. Shaw in the corner, feeds it down to Burgad. Burgad's shot's no good, but she's going to draw the foul. That foul's going to be on number 13, Regan Damstra. That's her second personal. At the line shooting 2, it's going to be Avery Burgad. Avery, a sophomore for the Blackhawks. First free throw attempt, no good. Second free throw coming up. That free throw is no good. And in the front court is Noble for the Comets. Gets over Damstra. Damstra's 10-footer is no good. Rebound by Kyra Peters. Ahead to Brigad. 6 seconds to go. Brigad over to Shaw. Shaw's shot is good. And that's the way things are going to end. So it's going to be an end of the run for the Blackhawk girls basketball team, as the Boyden-Hull will move on to play, I assume, Central Lyon. They were up big earlier. I haven't seen a final in that game, but congratulations to Boyden-Hull. But for our Blackhawk seniors, once again, Kennedy Spees, number 5, number 15, Anna Coffey, number 32, Bella Badar, and number 55, Tessa Treeweiler. I'd like to thank them for all their hard work and dedication. Tonight's leading scorers for the Blackhawks, number 15, Anna Coffey with 13 points, number 32, Bella Badar with 7, number 3, Natalie Junk with 9, and number 23, Ashlyn Gavarna added 4. For the Comets, leading scorers, number 3, Jewel Bergstrom, and number 15, Ellie Wolber with 16 points, actually was the leading scorer for them. Number 25, Noble, had 6, and number 33, Potabom, had 7. So that's going to do it for the Blackhawks. They're going to end their season at 16-6, and for those seniors, that's the last and final game. That's going to do it for our coverage from home for winter sports action. But don't forget, Thursday night, the Blackhawk boys are on the road to take on the West Sioux Falcons, and that game will be found right here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Thank you for watching. That's going to do it tonight from Hinton. Your final, 63-42 in favor of Boyden-Hull. Congratulations to them, and good luck to them as they move on the rest of the playoffs.